Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Hummel, the Tier 6 German SPG. This one's located on the west spawn of Airfield and it's under the command of talon1958. And this is the first of the replays he sent in this week in his contest between him and Angelina75. Well, as you can see, he's got the stock gun, which of course we know fires faster. Has a shorter range but a much better trajectory and is far more accurate than the top gun. And you get more shells as well, so it actually pays to use the stock gun on this tank. And in fact, actually, that was something that was recommended to us by Frenzier, the extremely good Unicum, Super Unicum, who actually showed us how it was done. Okay, M5A1 Stuart. Works out where he's going, rounds out. Oh, that was close. 90 hit points. I think that, I'm wondering if that actually tracked him and he fixed his tracks quickly. We're almost reloaded. Oh, he blows up. Taken out by the Cruiser 4 in the end. Okay, we've got a strip M42, the other side of Temple Mount. That's what I call this rock in the centre of the map. Mainly because there's like a Roman temple, or Greek temple, you should say, actually. Rounds out, and a hit. 166 this time. Now, it's a Tier 6 game with Tier 4 tanks in it. So there's plenty of targets with very light armour for Talon to fire at. Okay, strip M42, your time is up. Rounds out. 193 this time. I was hoping that might penetrate him, but he's very close to dying. Only 122 hit points left. Come on, put the round down near him. He's a splash kill. You can get him. Rounds out. Yes! He got him. Now, as you may know, if you've been following our contest, that Angelina75 won the contest last weekend. She got the lion on Sunday morning, and Talon had to get up and look after their little boy Remy. Rounds out the KB1, direct hit for 114. So Talon's eager to win the contest this week and get his lion this time, his turn. So he sent me a couple of replays, and this is the first of them. KB1 again, almost loaded, lined up. Oh, we got a bit of reticule bloom there. He had to move the vehicle. 114. When you're actually got a narrow arc on the Hummel, it's only got 30 degrees with 15 either side. So if you move the vehicle just ever so slightly, and it's just outside your arc, all of a sudden you get a big reticule bloom, and that makes it more difficult to aim. Oh, direct hit into the side of the T6 medium, 34 hit points. That's his second kill of the game. First one being the strip M42. Now the standard reload for this Arty is 25.31 with the stock shells. And Talon's got it down to 20.5, I think that's 50, yes. Long flight time for the shell, but he hits the Stug 3 Ausrung B. Gets a direct hit for 174, and he's picked up some stun assist afterwards. Now I'd fire on that position again, because I'm not so sure he's going to move away from that spot. I think he's using it to try and hold our guys back. Rounds out. Well, it didn't appear to hit anything, but he might still be there. We're 2 up on the enemy at the moment. This looks like it's going in their favour, and Talon's having to move closer and closer to the enemy if he wants to hit them, because the range on the stock gun is actually quite a bit less than that on the top gun. Oh, look, that Stug 3 is actually coming around the south of the map, and he just got wiped out by our Saab M43. There's the enemy Saab 43. Dialed in, rounds out. Direct hit! 138. And he's out the game, so Talon's picked up some more stun assist. Yes, he's going to have to get closer to the enemy. There's only 4 of them left. They've got a Strip 74, a Nashorn, an AMX-13F3 and an M8A1. Well, the M8A1's got very thin armour. The Strip 74's got the same armour as on the M42, but it's just got a different turret with a 75mm gun. Oh, he's found the Strip 74. There you are. Okay, work out where he's going. Looks right. He stopped. Rounds out. Oh, he dodged that one. I think he knew to pull back quickly as soon as he got warning that a shell was on the way in. Talon will soon be loaded again, so I'll give it another go. If he can see the target. Nope, nothing in sight. There's the strip. Okay, he's in defilade. We can't hit him at the moment. There's the M8A1, and yes, we can definitely hit him, unless he's... Oh no, he's moving away. What is he doing? Rounds out in that position. No, went over the top of him and landed long. That was RNG saying no. If he stays in that particular position, we might be able to get a shell near him. Okay, the enemy strip just killed our Wolverine, but they've lost their strip to the SAV M43, and now we've got one in the cap. There's the AMX-13 F3AM on the move. He's got the stock gun. I thought that was a little late, but okay, going after the M8A1 instead. AMX-13 F3 is, well, just about in defilade. It's very difficult to put shell near him, but he is out the game now. The M8A1 is the one we want now because we've only got 5 seconds left before they've capped out, and there he is. Take the shot, even if it's snap. Well, he gets 82 hit points, and we've capped out, so that's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tanker for talon1958 in the Hummel. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9 out of that one. And he got a win rate of 1,903, which is very good indeed, but I'm afraid there was no other medals. So let's have a look and see what the team score says. Well, he did get the highest damage on his team in that game, but it wasn't the highest damage in the game. The highest damage actually went to a Nashorn on the enemy team, managed to get a high caliber and tanker sniper for 1,725 hit points. Second was the Strip 74, got 1,603 hit points. And then we got Talon with 1,113. When it came to kills, it was the AMD 178B who did the best with 4 kills. 3 kills went to the Nashorn, 2 kills went to Talon. The T1 Heavy on his team, the SAV M43, and the M8A1 that survived on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, it was the AMD that did the best with 1,113, 722 went to Talon, 609 went to the KV1. He fired 14 rounds in that game, got 6 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations but 10 splash. Damage of 1,113 hit points, of which 999 were at more than 300 meters, so there were a few shots that he made on those tanks that are actually on Temple Mount in the center. They're actually very close to him. 7 enemy vehicles were damaged, 2 were killed, so he just narrowly missed out on getting a Confederate. 114 hit points of damage assist, and 1,051 hit points of stun assist off 8 stuns, so he probably narrowly missed getting a first class as well, because that looks very close to it. If you combine that with the damage, you're looking at 2,000 overall. Yeah, I think he must have been robbed of his first class in that one. 41,205 credits on a premium count, 65,000 for mission completion, 106,205 altogether, and after ammunition resupply took away 99,135 credits. And whilst that sounds a lot, you have to remember that he did get a mission completion which is rather large, 65, and it's still a good score either way. 1,083 XP times 2 for the first victory took away 2,166 experience points altogether. So the first game of the week is a good one, and that sets the standard for Angelina to beat. But we got a second replay coming from him just today. This one came in yesterday, but the next one's coming in just today, so we'll get to see if he's managed to improve this one. For the second game, Talon is in the GW Panther, the Geschützwagen Panther, the Tier 7 German SPG. It's on the defending spawn of Erlenberg Assault. Well, there's 3 Arty on either side in this game, 2 GW Panthers on Talon's team and a Hummel, and the enemy team has got 2 GWs and an M44. So it's anyone's guess who's actually got the better team, but I'd fancy my odds with Talon in this one, because he does like the GW Panther. Okay, we're looking for a target. We found one on the west side of the map. There's a VK2801-105, but Talon's having a look down that main street. Okay, enemy tanks in sighted. M3Y, it's the Yo tank. It's a good try, but very difficult. Looking to see if he can get a shot into any of these ones. Usually you can shoot through that window, but it's very, very difficult indeed. Looks like he's going to give it a go. Rounds out. It hits the window frame, unfortunately. It's quite funny seeing tank drivers when they suddenly get hit through a window. They wonder how the hell you managed to do it. And this map is actually quite famous because there's quite a few windows where enemy tanks tend to sit and think that they can shoot with immunity at the enemy, and then suddenly, or out of nowhere, they just get hit by an Arty round going straight through a window. It perplexes them a little. Okay, Thunderbolt. It landed right next door to him. I think it's on the ground next door to him, or was it actually into his side? It was 231 hit points, so it must have been a hit right on his road wheels. KV-13, quite a good Soviet medium, and that's a splash for 131. And the enemy Arty have been spotted. We managed to get a scout down there, a Crusader, and he spotted the M44, and he's taking fire. The GW is re-aiming at him. Rounds out. Oh, that's a big hit. 283. It's a non-penetrating shot, but it hit the engine deck, and he's out the game. So Talon's got some stun and some actual damage on that one. Okay, we've got a Meal 1, and the other tank is an M3Y. He does get a critical hit. He hit the lower plate of that Emil 1, and he's pulling back. He didn't like that. Okay, we might be able to get around near that OI, but he's pulling back behind the house. Rounds out. It lands next to him for 112, so it was useful. Okay, the M3Y is pushing. He's trying to get behind that wreck. Okay, now's the time Talon can hit that guy, stun him. That'll slow him down. Grabs out. Direct hit! Oh, we definitely hit that one. We don't know how much he did, but... Oh, you can see it actually hit the front of the tank on the right-hand side. There's the KV-2. Okay, can we get around into him? Almost loaded. Grabs out. It was a near miss for 185. That was a really good shot. The enemy GW2's been spotted at the back, and he's out the game. Now the enemy are headed this way because they're trying to get to the cap. It is a 10-minute game. He fires at the OI, gets a direct hit. Now Talon's going to have to scarper out of here quick because he's sitting right next door to the cap area, and that's exactly where those enemy heavies are headed right now. Now we've captured the east side of the map is ours at the moment, and our team are coming back to hold this area and stop the enemy getting into the cap. What he needs to do is get behind the tree line, so he's in cover, possibly just over this little hill. It'll be put him in defilade. He'll be able to shoot up over the hill at the enemy in the cap, and they won't be able to see him, but they'll certainly feel his shells coming in at them. Okay, they just lost their M3Y. Oh, looks like one of the tanks fell into the river. Not sure if that's one of ours or one of theirs. I think it's one of ours, actually. Okay, Emil's in the cap. Okay, rounds out. Yeah, that definitely hit him. We didn't get any hit points off it, but it definitely hit him. So it would have reset the cap. Okay, almost loaded. Is he going to move? Okay, we can see him now. And we've got the Progetto back, so he can spot for us. Rounds out. That's a hit. 26 this time. And he gets taken out from behind by the Hummel, who was firing from the west side of the map, just over the river. Yes, there's a nice little firing position there. It's a bit obvious, but if you actually do go to that spot, it does confuse the enemy a little. If the enemy Arty knows where it is, though, they might cause some problems. Okay, misses the KV-2, and he's a one-shot. He's a splash, actually. Get a splash kill. I'm wondering why he's headed that way. He needs to be in the cap area, but I suppose he's too afraid the Progetto's going to kill him, and he's seeking the aid and assistance of the OI. Okay, the OI's been spotted. I would have actually stayed where he was rather than get closer, because you're going to have to shoot between the buildings, and it's much easier to do that from the east side of the map than it is from closer to the cap area. Oh, we've lost sight of them. There's the KV-2, the OI, they've got a Striv S1, and of course the M44 that we saw earlier. Okay, there's the KV-2 again. One small hit should be enough to take him out. He's going to try a shot between the buildings. That's very risky, but he might be able to do it. No, it hit the building. Oh, and the enemy's lost their KV-2. And that means now all they've got is the OI, the Striv, and the M44. Okay, the Striv's been spotted. He's over on the west side of the map, and he just killed our T-32. Talon's going to try a shot from this distance. Nope, can't get that one. Waiting for him to come through the gate. In the meantime, the OI's turned up. And no, he's hiding behind that building, so we can't get a shot at him. Oh! The Striv is coming into sight again. Now, can he get around on this guy? Dialing in. You can do it. Yes! You can see the spot where it actually hit, right next door to the gun, on the right hand side of the tank. And he's taking damage, and he's out the game, which means that Talon picked up some stun assist. Or did he? No, he didn't get any stun assist, but he did get a healthy amount of damage off that Striv. 276, and we're in the last minute of the game, and he's decided to aim directly down the main street at the enemy as they're coming up towards the cap. The OI's coming towards us. Here he is. Now, can he hit him? Come on, we've got a present for you. It's a little HE. grabs out. Oh, 217. And the Scorpion wins the game for us. And that's a victory successfully defended. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tanker for talon1958 in the GW Panther. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that one. He managed to get 8, and he got a Confederate this time because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. In fact, he didn't get a single kill in the game, but he certainly did do a lot of damage, and his win rate was 2,186, which is an improvement from the last time. So he didn't improve his mastery badge, but he did get the medal, and that certainly does help a lot. So it's up the game, and that makes it more difficult for Angelina. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the Striv S1 on the enemy team. Got 2,412 hit points, but didn't get a high caliber because it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. The highest damage on our team, or the second highest damage overall, was the Progetto 46. He got 2,000 hit points, and he got a Demetrius medal. So he must have killed all 3 enemy Arty in that game. The third highest damage in the game actually goes to the Emil 1, not to Talon. He came in 4th. The Emil got 1,984, just a tiny bit, a fraction, 7 hit points more than Talon, who got 1,977. So it was very, very close. And of course, Talon got the Confederate. We can see that the highest number of kills in the game went to the Progetto 46. He got 5 kills, 3 kills to the Scorpion, 3 kills to the Striv S1, and to the Emil 1 as well. And Talon, I'm afraid, didn't get any kills at all, but he did get the Confederate, which is just as good. And when it came to base XP, he's actually in 2nd place, but the Progetto managed 952, Talon managed 734, and the third highest goes to the VK2801105 with 583. I think he was doing spotting on that one. 17 direct hits, 17 shots fired rather, 9 direct hits on the enemy, but no penetrations actually, 12 splash, damage of 1,977 hit points, of which 1,734 were at more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, and that really did help him with the Confederate, and 242 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns. He also managed to get 2 defense points when he reset the cap when the Emil was capping. 32,765 credits from the game, 50,000 for mission completion, 82,765 altogether, and after ammunition resupply took away 63,725 credits profit. 1,101 XP for the battle, times 2 for the first victory, 2,202 experience points altogether. He says, make them work for every inch, and absolutely right. And you just keep pumping those shells at the enemy. Eventually they get the message. And of course, if you keep doing it like Talon did, you get a huge number of enemy hits, and hopefully that will contribute to you getting a medal. And it certainly did in this game for him. So he's laid down a very tough target for Angelina to beat, but she has beaten him before by getting an ace tanker, so she might come out of the blue with a really good game. She's actually getting very good with the FV207, the tier 8 British SPG, and I wouldn't be surprised if she comes up with an ace tanker game in that Arty, since she got it recently, to surprise Talon. And if she does get the ace tanker, she wins the weekend line outright straight away. But if Talon can up his game a bit more and maybe get a first class tanker, that will make it tougher for Angelina. So I look forward to seeing the next replays come in, and obviously we'll put these videos up so you can enjoy them, see who actually wins at the weekend. If you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm and he does get his munchies quite a lot. And please do remember as well that every video you watch is actually helping the refugees from Ukraine at the moment, because we're sending all the money to the Red Cross Ukraine Appeal to help them, to help the refugees. Thanks for watching.